Hey boys, it's HarmNone. In today's video, I wanted to talk about some vehicles that I think that we as a community need to see in the GTA Online Mansions update, which is slated to be coming in early December if you are not familiar, and if this is the first time you've ever heard about it, basically this is confirmed to be the next DLC because of some leaked game files and game audio that we have in the game already that data miners have found. As far as we know, there's going to be 3 mansion locations. One is going to be Devin Weston's house, allegedly, and there's going to be 2 more that can be built and will be built just above the Vinewood Bowl or just above the university on the western side of the map. And seeing as how we're getting mansions, I felt like there was some certain vehicles that we definitely needed to see added to the game with this DLC, which is potentially going to be the last DLC that we ever get for GTA Online. So let's go ahead and get into some vehicles that I think we need to see with this update. Getting started, we have the Benefactor Dubsta 3, which is what I would assume they would call it. And specifically, I would like to see this new Dubsta, which is based off of the Mercedes G-Wagons. I'd like to see it be based off of the 4x4 squared version of the G-Wagon, because there's nothing like driving to your mansion that screams, I need a gigantic 4x4. I would really like to see a new Dubsta in the game. The Dubstas that we have currently in the game, while the Dubsta 2 is kind of rare and cool, they're nothing really special. So something with some actual customization, something a little bit bigger, something with a little bit more off-road capability would be super cool to see, and something with customization options that extend further than what the current Dubsta and Dubsta 2 offer us in GTA Online. I want to see a new Dubsta. They can call it the Dubsta 3, they can call it whatever they want to call it, but I want to see a new Dubsta in this game before we transition to GTA 6. Please, for the love of God, Rockstar. Now, another vehicle that I want to see, and it is kind of confirmed as to be in GTA 6 already, is the Lamborghini Aventador, which is my favorite car in real life. I want to see this thing make it into GTA 5 in one final effort before GTA 6 comes out. The Lamborghini Aventador is a car that has somehow avoided being added to GTA 5 for coming up on 13 years this year, guys. Kind of insane to me, because I think the Lamborghini Aventador is arguably the most iconic supercar, other than maybe some of the Bugattis, to exist in like the last decade or so. The Lamborghini Aventador is absolutely prolific. Everybody knows the Aventador, and somehow we've never actually got a proper rendition of it in game. And I feel like with a Mansions DLC that's already going to be really expensive, a super expensive and iconic supercar only kind of makes sense. So I really hope that we actually get to see this before we move on to GTA 6. And I'd like to be able to upgrade it to make it look like a very base model Aventador versus an Aventador S or an SVJ or an SV. It'd be cool to go through the model range of the Aventadors in the customization. I think that would be super sweet. I want to see the Aventador before it's too late. Next up is one that I don't personally care that much about, but we have the Jeep Cherokee Trackhawk. I feel like the community has been asking for this thing for literally forever, and we got close to actually getting it with one of the last updates, but they gave us the Canis Castigator instead. A Jeep, just not the right one. Although not a very off-roady Jeep, but just not the right one at all. So I don't know why they gave us the Castigator and not the Trackhawk, but I really wish they gave us the Trackhawk for everybody who wants it in the community at least. It'd be nice to be able to customize these, swap things out, change it up a bit. It'd be cool to have a new Trackhawk SUV in GTA Online, or a new version of the Bravado Gressley as well. I would also love to see that. They could call it the Canis Seminole Hellfire. I think that would be super sweet. I don't know why they haven't given us a Trackhawk, but they definitely need to, and I know that would make a huge portion of the community very, very happy. Now, next up, we have what is honestly in contention for being one of the most hyped and kind of almost overrated cars of all time, and that is the 992 Porsche 911. Specifically having the capability to upgrade it to make it look like a GT3 RS, but any 992 Porsche 911 would be super sweet to see. Now, they did give us the Fisker Comet S2, but I personally feel like that's more of a 991.2, so having a 992 that we could make into the GT3 RS, the Turbo S, the GTS, the GT3 Touring, the regular 911 would be super cool to see, as long as they actually make it have good handling, because the Fisker Comet S2's handling is so less than ideal. That car is criminal. It should be so much better than it is, but it's not. So maybe re-release something similar, but give it good handling. That's my one ask. If you do a 992 Porsche 911 based vehicle, please make it actually handle well, because that is such a joke that the last one actually handles like dog shit. Next up, fitting the theme of mansions, I feel like it's time to get a new Enos Rolls-Royce car. A new Super Diamond, a new Windsor drop. Those are all outdated cars at this point. None of them hold up to today's standards, except for maybe the Windsor. But we still need a newer Rolls-Royce, and I would absolutely love to see one, and there would not be a better time to add one than in this Mansions update. So I really hope we get a new Rolls-Royce. Now, as far as what Rolls-Royce we get, I don't know. A Spectre maybe, since it's electric? Or maybe just another Rolls-Royce, one of the newer models. I don't know. Let me know what Rolls-Royce you would like to see in the comments down below, because I don't really keep up with Rolls that much, but I'm sure they have some really, really nice cars that they could add and adapt to fit into GTA Online, and I feel like now would be a great time to get one. Now next up we have maybe the second most overhyped and overrated car of all time, but I do love it, I will say that. The G82 BMW M4. Now we already got the G80, which is actually a great car to drive in GTA. If you don't have the Sentinel GTS yet, you should definitely buy one, but getting a two-door version of it based off the BMW M4 would be super, super sweet. I'd love to see it. Fingers crossed that we actually get it. I kind of feel like this one's pretty unlikely, but a guy can still ask, I guess. Next up, I want a hardtop version of the Dominator GT. We have the soft top version, as I'm sure we all know. Doesn't really look that great with that soft top on it, but I would like to see the hardtop variant of that vehicle because I think it would be a waste to not give it a hardtop. Will they do this with a mansion themed update? I don't know. It doesn't really fit the bill of mansions, but I would certainly like to see it before GTA 6 comes out, so fingers crossed. Now next up, I'm a little bit biased, but I'd like to see an updated version of the Benefactor Shafter V12. An E63S, a C63S, an S63, S65, or a Maybach. Any of those would be really, really cool to see, and I feel like it's been forever since we've had a modern Benefactor added to the game. Probably the last good one was the Benefactor Schlagen GT, and I think that was in 2019. So getting an updated Mercedes in this game that's a, four-door would be super, super sweet to see, and I really hope that they actually do that. That would be wonderful. We definitely need one in the game. Now, for my number one pick as to something that I want in the game, I want a McLaren 765 LT. My number one request by far. I've been asking for this car for years. I really, really hope that this is the DLC that we get it in. I think it would make sense. It's a very luxurious vehicle, very fast, very expensive. I feel like it would fit the bill of the Mansions update. I really hope that we actually get a McLaren 765. I think it'd be cool to have a convertible or have the option to remove the roof maybe or something like that. I feel like it's time. I feel like we haven't had a new Progen vehicle added in a long, long time. So getting a 765 would be absolutely awesome. Now, typically Rockstar will also add something that doesn't really fit the theme at all with their DLCs. So I thought a Nissan Silvia S15, although again, doesn't really fit the theme. I think the community would love to see an S15. Give it drift tuning, that'd be super sweet. I think an S15 is long overdue. I kind of can't believe that we don't have one in GTA Online as it is already, but this is definitely something that I want to see in this game before GTA 6 comes out. Next up, we have a big request from the community, which is the Charger Hellcat. The STX, for a lot of people, myself included, doesn't quite cut it as far as what you kind of want out of the Hellcat Charger. It needs more wheel spin, it needs to feel like the Gauntlet Hellfire. The STX doesn't quite feel like that. So I definitely want to see a more powerful, more wheel spinny sort of version of the STX. Call it the Hellfire. That would be super sweet. I want to see that before this game goes away. Next up, the Honda NSX. Again, doesn't really fit the bill, but I feel like it actually fits the bill a little bit more than the S15 because it is a little bit more expensive and a little bit more rare. The Honda NSX would be a super sweet car to see, and of course I'm talking about the original NSX, by the way, guys, in case you were confused. This thing would be super sick to see in GTA Online. Kind of can't believe we don't have this one either. There's honestly a lot of the cars on this list I kind of can't believe we don't have updated versions of any of them, but it is what it is, I guess. But the Honda NSX is definitely one that I would love to see with a lot of customization in the game, similar to the S15. I think both with a lot of customization would be super sweet. And last but not least, I feel like I want to see a small yacht with this DLC, and I actually feel like this could happen and it could be on theme, and I think it would actually be really good for the game. Something in between the Marquis sailboat and a Galaxy super yacht that's actually movable, that you can drive, that you can sail. That would be super dope to see. They added the Kasaka into the game, which is massive, and you can drive it around. I don't see why they couldn't add a small yacht into the game. You know, it doesn't have to be Galaxy super yacht sized, maybe even half the size, maybe a quarter of the size. Honestly, any of those I'd be happy to see, and I feel like it could actually maybe happen. I really hope that it does. Boats are pretty much useless in GTA as it stands currently, so having a little bit more reason to venture out into the water would be kind of dope in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of this. I haven't really seen anybody talking about this, so I feel like this would be something that would be super sweet and something that would be really cool and a nice surprise for the whole community. Let me know in the comment section down below what vehicles you guys want to see added with the Mansions update to GTA Online. Honestly, I think at this point they've probably picked their vehicles already and we're getting what we're getting, but a guy can still hope. Let me know what you guys want to see in Mansions DLC. How much do you think Mansions are going to cost? Let me know in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, dislike if you didn't, consider subscribing if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Peace.